Ever been on a date where you suddenly, like, have that cold sweat moment? You're about to call them the wrong name?
Oh, definitely. Or, maybe you've woken up the next morning and,
Yeah.
well, the magic's gone and you're thinking, who is this person?
Exactly. Well, don't worry, because today, we're diving deep.
You sent us a really unique collection this time. It's the complete worst-case scenario survival handbook, dating and sex.
Right.
And our mission, basically, is to pull out the most, let's say, insightful and maybe undeniably entertaining strategies for handling those unexpected, sometimes hilarious twists in romance.
Yeah. And let's be super clear here. This is not your typical dating advice book. Not at all.
Right.
We're talking about the stuff most guys just kind of gloss over. Think like surviving fashion disasters, dodging obsessive exes,
Ah,
and get this, even a really weird scenario involving a love triangle with a werewolf and a vampire.
yes, you read that correctly. It's quite the range of potential problems, isn't it?
It really is.
From making that first impression and surviving awkward dates all the way through relationship issues and even wedding day emergencies.
Wow.
This handbook definitely looks at romance from a very, let's say, unconventional perspective.
Okay, let's just jump right into the deep end then, yeah. First impressions, they count. We all know that. But apparently, there are ways to spot if someone's look is maybe a bit enhanced.
Indeed. When it comes to spotting, say, breast implants, the handbook suggests looking for a few signs. An unusually round, almost baseball-shaped look, especially maybe if the person isn't super young anymore.
Baseball shaped. Okay, that's vivid.
Right. And also look for maybe a rippling effect in the cleavage, or if the breasts sit like really high on the chest. It's about spotting things that seem a bit unnatural for their age or build.
Okay, makes sense. And what about hair? Folks who might be barring a little help up top.
Two-piece, yeah. The key there is apparently the texture, because a hairpiece often doesn't quite blend perfectly. You might see a difference in, like, thickness or how it sits compared to the natural hair around it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the surrounding hair is thinner or has a different wave, or just an unusually dense patch right on top could be a clue. It's all about looking for that lack of uniformity, really.
Gotcha. Spotting inconsistencies. Okay, so let's say you pass the visual inspection, but then disaster, a fashion emergency. What's the survival advice here?
It actually has some pretty useful tips for those wardrobe issues, like if your shirt gets caught in zipper.
Oof, the worst.
Yeah. The advice is gentle but firm upward pull on the fabric while you carefully ease the zipper down. No yanking, that just makes it worse. And keep the fabric away from your skin, obviously.
Right, avoid the pinch. Okay, what if you're walking along feeling good and a taxi zooms by and just drenches you?
Ugh. In that unfortunate case, priority number one is find the nearest restroom with a hot air hand dryer. Get close to the dryer, kind of rock side to side. Use your hands to fluff the wet spot. Maximize that airflow, Get it dry, quick. It's pretty clever, actually.
Resourceful. Okay, classic dating disasters. Spilled wine, stray lipstick, red wine on your dates, nice shirt.
White wine can be your friend here, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, soak a clean napkin in white wine. Gently apply it to the red wine stain. Apparently, it helps neutralize the pigment. Then dab with cool water. And obviously, a sincere apology and offering to pay for dry cleaning is, essential.
Yeah.
Maybe buy another round, too. Smooth things over.
Good plan. Diplomatic and practical.
Mm.
What if you end up with lipstick somewhere? Inconvenient.
Petroleum jelly is the first aid go-to.
Hmm.
Or baby wipes, those little wet towels you get sometimes. They work pretty well, too. The main thing is deal with it fast so it doesn't set. Dry cleaner later if needed.
Good to know. Okay, personal grooming emergencies. The dreaded pimple appears right before a big date.
Yeah. A work compress can help initially. Just soak a clean cloth, hold it on there for a minute. Over-the-counter stuff with benzoyl peroxide is good too. But the big thing is, don't pick.
Resist the urge.
Totally. If it comes to a head right before you leave, the book says gently stretch the skin outward on either side. Don't push down. And for cover-up, a green-tinted concealer helps cancel the red.
Ah, the color wheel trick. Nice. What about minor shaving cuts? We've all been there.
Yeah. Cold water first helps constrict blood vessels. Alum, like in a styptic pencil, works great but stings.
It does sting.
Talcum powder's gentler, maybe less effective instantly. No alum. A tiny bit of toilet paper pressed firmly for maybe 15 seconds. Just wet it slightly before you take it off so you don't reopen the cut.
Practical, if not exactly glamorous. Okay, two more crucial first impression things. Body odor and bad breath.
Right. BO. Short-term fix, a quick spray of cologne or perfume. But really, changing your shirt, especially an undershirt, is way better if you can.
Makes sense.
Mid-date emergency. The book suggests wetting paper towels with hot water and soap for a quick wipe down somewhere private. And get this, it even mentions using cooled chamomile tea bags to wipe armpits. Apparently, chamomile has deodorizing qualities.
Chamomile tea bags. Never heard that one. Okay, what about bad breath? That's a minefield.
Prevention is key, obviously.
Yeah.
Brushing, flossing, mouthwash. Keep mints or sugarless gum handy.
Standard stuff.
Chewing fresh parsley works at a pinch, apparently. And just, be mindful of garlic and onions before a date. Common sense, really.
Solid advice. Okay, changing gears. You're on the date. It's going okay, but uh-oh, no bottle opener. Are you stuck?
Not according to this guide. It's got a whole arsenal of methods. A simple lighter can use the metal edge to pry the cap up carefully. A sturdy table edge. Position the cap, give the top a sharp downward smack. Even a screwdriver, spoon, fork, knife. Use them to gently lever the cap off bit by bit. Leverage is the key.
Wow, serious survival skills there. Any of the crazy methods?
Oh yeah. Belt buckles, the deadbolt plate on a door frame, even a fire hydrant. Look for the open arrow.
A fire hydrant?
Yep. An inline skate, edge of a metal pool bridge, even a vending machine slot. It lists quite a few. The trick is usually consistent pressure, no jerky moves. Shows how everyday stuff can be tools, right?
Incredible. Okay, another potential issue. Introducing your dog to your new significant other. How to avoid, fur flying.
Right. First rule, meet on neutral ground, like a park, not in the dog's territory where they might feel defensive.
Good point.
Your partner should approach calmly, slowly, no intense staring dogs. See that as a threat. Don't go right in for big pets either. A low-key greeting, maybe a gentle scratch on the side if the dog seems okay. Keep it chill.
Right. Create a relaxed vibe. What's next for bonding?
Having your partner offer treats is usually a good move. Helps the dog associate them with good things.
Makes sense.
Big caveat from the book, if your dog really doesn't like someone, consistently acts suspicious. Maybe trust that instinct. Dogs can be good judges of character,
Trust the dog's gut. Important. Okay, logistical nightmares. You need a last-minute table at that super popular, fully booked restaurant. Impossible.
Not totally hopeless. The handbook suggests two main angles. The direct bribe or the dramatic sob story.
Okay, the bribe first.
Discreetly slip the maitre d' at least $10, folded in your palm during the handshake. Emphasize how crucial this evening is. But, be ready for it to fail. Some places are strict.
Risky. And potentially awkward. What about the sob story?
Got to be convincing, maybe a little dramatic. Wavering voice, distressed look, maybe even a tear.
Really lean into it.
Yeah, make it sound like not getting this table would be incredibly embarrassing in front of your date.
Yeah.
Appeal to their sympathy, create urgency. It's basically acting.
Performance art for a table. Okay, more serious now. Your date starts choking. What do you do immediately?
Act fast, be confident, tell them what you're doing. Stand up, I'm going to do the Heimlich, get behind them. Make a fist, thumb side against their abdomen, just above the navel, below the ribs. Grab that fist with your other hand. Sharp, upward, inward thrusts. Repeat till the object comes out.
Okay, what if that doesn't work?
You can also try firm blows between their shoulder blades with the heel of your hand. Key is acting quickly.
Absolutely vital info. Okay, less life-threatening, but still super awkward. Your credit card gets declined. On a date.
Yikes. First, handle it discreetly. Excuse yourself. Talk to the manager privately. Explain calmly. Ask for options. Try calling your card company right away. Maybe offer collateral, like your watch.
Collateral, wow.
Or references from other places you frequent. Be proactive. Explore all the legit options first.
What's the absolute rock-bottom last resort if nothing works?
Well, the handbook does mention the dine and dash, but it stresses the huge downsides. Getting banned, upsetting your date, legal trouble.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad idea.
It's really presented as an extreme last resort. If you did consider it, tell your date the plan, coordinate the escape. But seriously, avoid if possible.
Definitely. Okay, scenario. Your date's had a few too many. How do you handle a drunk date gracefully?
Avoid calling them out directly on being drunk. They might get defensive. Keep things light, but firmly steer them away from more alcohol.
Right.
Suggest getting some fresh air outside. That often helps. Offer support if they're unsteady, if they're really slurring or incoherent. Maybe encouraging them to vomit could help get some alcohol out, but make sure they rehydrate after.
Okay.
And most importantly, watch for signs of alcohol poisoning, like if they become unresponsive or their breathing slows way down. That needs medical help. immediately.
Critical signs to know. What about the spins? That horrible dizzy feeling. Any quick fixes?
The book suggests focusing your gaze hard on one stationary object for like a minute. Then close your eyes, try to picture it, open them. If it's still spinning, repeat. Might help reset your inner ear.
Interesting technique.
Also, prevention helps eat before drinking, stay hydrated, maybe with sports drinks for electrolytes.
Focus and fluids. Got it. Okay, shifting gears slightly. Winning a bar bet. Any tricks from the handbook?
Yeah, it often relies on a seeming impossibility with a simple trick, or using the rules cleverly, like one involves a brandy snifter, an empty shot glass, and a cherry.
Okay.
You bet you can get the cherry into the shot glass, touching only the upside-down snifter covering the cherry. The trick. Place the snifter over the cherry, then slide it fab towards the bar edge. As the snifter tilts off, the cherry rolls right into the shot glass below.
Sneaky. I like it. Another one.
Another is a drinking race. 3 beers for you versus 1 shot for them. You get a 1-beer head start, and rule is neither touches the other's glasses.
Okay.
Drink your first beer fast, then immediately place the empty glass upside down over their full shot glass. They can't touch your glass, so they can't drink their shot. You finish your other 2 beers at leisure, using the rules.
Very clever manipulation of the fine print. All right, let's move into more intimate zones. Dealing with a bad kisser, apparently there are categories.
Yes, the handbook breaks it down. Too aggressive, too passive, and too wet.
Oh, dear. Aggressive first.
Yeah, too much tongue action. The advice is gently guide their mouth with your hands towards softer, closed-lip kisses. Maybe whisper something like, I like kissing like this.
Subtle redirection. Passive kisser.
Try making warm eye contact right before the kiss. Signals intimacy, might encourage more engagement from them.
Okay, and the enthusiastic saliva situation?
Yeah, the too wet kiss. Key is keep your kisses mainly on their lips. Avoid deep mouth exploration.
Yeah.
You can also subtly use your thumbs to gently wipe excess moisture from around their lips. Gently.
Subtlety is definitely key there. What about delivering a great kiss yourself? Any pro tips?
Start by gently cradling their face, make soft eye contact, tilt your head slightly, avoid the nose bump.
Classic move.
Approach slowly. Start with light, brief lip kisses. Then maybe part your lips, gentle tongue touch to theirs. See how they respond. If it's good, deepen it delicately. Take short breaks. Build intimacy gradually. Don't rush.
Like a dance. Okay, physical obstacles. Clothes that won't cooperate. Back clasping bra, one-handed.
Get them positioned comfortably so you can reach their back easily. Maybe guide them forward a bit. Visualize the clasp. Hooks usually on their right, eyes on the left.
Okay, got the mental image.
Reach around with your right hand. Index finger goes between the fabric and their skin, over the clasp. Thumb braces against the eyelets. Then a little push with the thumb while the index finger holds steady could pop the hooks. Takes practice.
Practice, right? Maybe not in the moment, though. Front clasping bra. Easier.
Oh yeah, much simpler usually. Find the clasp at the front. It's usually a hook or a little interlocking piece. Just unfasten it with your fingers. More direct.
Okay. And super tight boots. Those can be a struggle.
Friction is the enemy. Sprinkle talcum powder or even baking powder down inside the boot shaft.
Powder. Okay.
Have them sit on the edge of a bed or chair for stability. Grab the boot firmly, both hands. Pull, steady and smooth. No jerky movements.
Powder to the rescue. Now, something a bit more theatrical in the bedroom. Faking an orgasm. The handbook actually covers this.
It does, yeah. It mentions mimicking signs like faster breathing, making convincing sounds, tensing muscles, maybe arching your back or shaking the bed slightly. But it also adds a big caution. Think about the long-term implications, especially in a relationship. It can mislead your partner about what you genuinely enjoy. It's ethically tricky.
Definitely something to consider. On the other side, how can you tell if your partner's orgasm is real?
The book lists potential physical signs. Flushed skin, faster breathing, involuntary muscle contractions, vocal sounds.
Right.
But it also wisely says, don't assume based only on that. People express pleasure differently. Open communication is always the best way to know what's really happening.
Good point. Communication over observation. Okay, what if you need privacy, like now, but the door doesn't lock?
If the door opens inward, a sturdy chair works. Wooden or metal, straight-backed. Close the door, put the chair maybe a foot away, tilt it back so the top wedges firmly under the doorknob, seat facing up.
Ah, the classic wedge.
Yeah. Push on the front of the seat to tighten it. You could even push something heavier against the chair for extra security, using leverage.
Smart. What if the door opens outward?
A belt can work surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Loop it securely around the inside doorknob. Tie the other end tight to something heavy like the bed frame or a dresser.
Yeah.
The tension keeps the door shut.
Belt lock. Okay.
Or You could try a makeshift alarm stack as some empty cans or glasses near the door so they fall and make noise if someone tries to open it.
Clever. All right, fast forward. Morning after. You wake up. The name. Gone from your brain. Panic. Survival strategy.
If you're at their place, stay calm, be subtle. The bathroom is prime intel territory. Check the medicine cabinet for prescription labels. Glance at mail or magazines for names. Try to find the same name on at least 2 things to be sure.
Bathroom detective work. Got it. What if you're the host in this awkward situation?
Use generic terms of endearment. Honey, sweetie, babe. Avoid names. Unless you have a lot of time and they're distracted, don't rifle through their wallet. As they're leaving, maybe offer your business card, casually ask for theirs, say you want to send them something, or try asking how they got their name, hoping they say the full thing, playing it cool.
Smooth operator. Okay, the infamous walk of shame. How to do it with, well, any dignity.
Before leaving, check you have everything. Missing essential clothes. Get creative. Shirt gone. Put legs through the sleeves. Use tape or staples to secure the neck.
Staples.
Seriously!
Hey, worst case scenario, no shirt at all. Socks can become a makeshift bandeau top tied with shoelaces. Resourceful improvisation is the theme.
Resourceful is one word for it. Any other tips for the getaway?
If you need to get back into your place late without keys, maybe have a prearranged signal with a roommate, a weird bird call, a specific knock pattern,
Secret signals. Okay.
and have a few vague, believable excuses ready for anyone you might run into on the way home.
Prepared for the potential embarrassment? Okay, delicate topic. Disguising a fart during intimacy. The handbook goes there.
It absolutely does. The technique is all about timing and distraction.
The advice.
Yeah.
Sync the emission with a loud, convincing exclamation of pleasure, a sudden moan, a gasp, and oh, wow. The idea is the vocal sound masks the other sound until it dissipates. Bold. Very bold.
Wow, that's certainly a strategy. Okay, maybe more relationship damaging. Calling your partner the wrong name. In the moment, how to recover.
Immediate, sincere apology is step 1. Look genuinely shocked at yourself. Follow up fast with a real compliment about your current partner, maybe highlighting something better than the person you named.
Damage control.
Try to laugh it off lightly, but watch their reaction stop if they're not amused. Give them space, time. Don't try to jump right back into intimacy. Reassure them it was a slip-up. Time and sincerity.
Got it. Okay, common male concern. Premature ejaculation.
Yeah.
Any survival tips here?
A few behavioral things. Self-stimulation an hour or 2 before sex can sometimes help delay orgasm during the main event.
Interesting.
During sex, try mental distraction. Think about baseball stats, your grocery list, whatever. Mundane stuff.
Unsexy thought.
Exactly. And this stop-start method. Pause activity when you feel close.
Yeah.
Wait for the urge to pass, then resume. Builds control over time.
Behavioral techniques. Anything about diet or lifestyle?
Yeah, the handbook lists some surprising supposed anti-aphrodisiacs, though, science varies. Black licorice.
Licorice?
Apparently, something in it can lower testosterone. Gin and tonic, both the alcohol and the quinine, are sometimes linked to lower libido. Too much salt, soy, sugar, even just overeating can potentially divert blood flow or affect hormones. Quite a list.
Who knew G&Ts could be passion killers? Okay, what about getting physically stuck, like muscle cramp, locked position? Sounds painful.
It does. If it happens, stop moving immediately. Have the other partner disengage gently.
Right.
Then gently press or stretch the cramped muscle. Massage it slowly. A warm compress or bath can help. Stay hydrated. Let the muscle rest afterwards. Prevention helps too. Hydration, electrolyte.
That sounds awful, but good to know the recovery steps. Opposite problem. Partner is really vocal. How to encourage quieter enthusiasm.
One way is to try and make quietness part of the game. Like pretend you have to be stealthy, you're hiding, or somewhere public. Make it erotic.
Turn it into role play.
Yeah. Or try to sync your breathing, guide them into slower, deeper breaths with you, focusing on sensation, not sound.
Interesting psychological tactics. The handbook mentions unusual sexual fetishes. Does it list examples?
Just a few. Very briefly, almost clinically, to show the range. Things like algolinia, pleasure from pain, dendrophilia, attraction to trees,
It is. Right.
spectrophilia, ghosts, taphophilia, being buried alive, trypsilinia, arousal from getting your hair shampooed,
Yeah.
and rhesusogambophilia, attraction to teddy bears. Just a reminder that human sexuality is incredibly diverse.
Extremely diverse, clearly. What about getting uncontrollable giggles during sex? How do
Yeah.
you kill the mood killer?
The advice is surprisingly chill. Sometimes just give in, let yourself laugh. Trying to hold it in makes it worse. Reassure your partner it's not them. Maybe it's nerves or just heightened arousal. You could joke about being ticklish. Give them a compliment. Maybe invite them to laugh with you. Lighten the mood together.
Make it shared laughter, not awkward laughter. How to prevent the giggles if you feel them coming.
Try slowing things down. Minimize direct eye contact for a bit. Avoid conversation that might trigger you. Focus on deep, controlled breathing. Regain composure.
Okay, good tips for maintaining seriousness if needed. Now, for the adventurous. Sex in confined spaces. Airplane lavatory.
Timing is everything. Go for when the movie starts, passengers and crew are usually occupied.
Strategic timing.
One person goes in first, partner follows a minute later to seem less obvious. Lower the toilet lid for stability. Use sanitizing wipes if you have them. Paper towels for extra.
Yeah.
Barrier. Key is quick, quiet, discreet.
High altitude hideaway. What about an elevator? Even smaller.
Older models sometimes have an emergency stop button, temporary privacy. Freight elevators might be less likely to have alarms, maybe more space, maybe some padding.
Padding. Okay.
Check for cameras first. If you see one, try to cover it tape, sticky notes. Hit the stop button between floors and have a plausible "it got stuck" excuse ready.
Like a spy movie.
Yeah.
Dressing room.
Look for one with a solid door, floor to ceiling. If only curtains, pick one in a quiet corner.
Right.
Grab some clothes like you're actually trying them on. One person slips in, second follows a bit later. Be quiet, be quick, leave one at a time. Check the coast is clear. Stealth mission.
Retail espionage. Okay, taking it outdoors. Romantic hike gets more romantic.
Find a truly secluded spot well off the trail. Privacy first. Check for hazards, poison ivy, rocks, thorns. Clear the ground a bit. Keep voices down. Be aware someone could still wander by. And, leave no trace.
Good advice always. Beach rendezvous.
Choose a quieter beach or go at night, daytime. Use a big umbrella or get behind a dune for cover. Watch out for viewpoints from above.
Right.
Clear the sand of sharp stuff, lay down a big blanket, keep an eye on the tide. And again, be discreet with sounds. Maybe pretend you're a seagull. Kidding, mostly.
Haha. Creative camouflage. Final outdoor hazard. Falling out of a swing, like a doorway sex swing.
Ouch. Yeah, if that happens, partner needs to quickly put something soft underneath: mattress, pillows, sleeping bag. Cushion the fall.
Quick thinking.
If you get tangled in the straps, try to calmly untangle. If stuck, carefully use scissors or a knife to cut free. Partner lowers you gently. Inspect the swing for damage before using it again.
Hopefully avoidable, but good emergency plan.
Okay, shifting to relationship complexities. First, how to tell if your date might be married. Signs. Subtle clues. Check the left ring finger tan line, indentation. Do they touch it unconsciously? Are they cagey about giving a home phone number? Check car registration if you can. Spouse's name might be there.
Sneaky.
Reluctant to meet friends after a while. Excuses like, they're close to my ex. Red flag. Always declining sleepovers. Avoiding weekend plans. Could mean prior commitments. Reluctant to introduce kids they mention having. Might still be married to the other parent. Look for patterns of avoidance.
Lots of potential signals. Okay, unwelcome situation. Fending off an obsessive ex. How?
Be absolutely clear and final. No ambiguity, no false hope. Refuse all contact attempts beyond absolute necessities. Firmly decline dates, favors, just friends, meetups.
Boundaries.
State clearly you want to be left alone. Body language needs to match. No lingering eye contact, no physical touch during these talks. Firm boundaries are everything.
Clear is kind in that case. What about pickup artists? Recognizing and deflecting them.
Look for traits. Overly charming too fast, maybe flashing money or gifts, trying for intense connection immediately, scanning the room while talking to you, using overly familiar nicknames, good tactic. Politely refuse drinks they offer, control tactic. Be guarded with personal info, full name, where you live, your schedule. Keep polite distance, protect your details.
Good defenses. Now, sometimes a date is just bad. How to make a stealthy exit.
Before you bolt, scope out exits, back doors, less obvious routes, plan a quick appearance change.
Like a disguise.
Sort of. Noticeable feature, cover it temporarily, excuse yourself to the restroom, or remove a layer, put on a hat or glasses, carry a bag differently, move fast, confidently, don't look back. Last resort, an accessible window maybe.
The great escape. What if you want them to leave without a big scene?
Try offensive comments if you know their triggers,
Yeah.
risky. Or just unpleasant behavior, chew loudly, be rude to staff, suddenly get sleepy.
Make yourself unattractive company.
Exactly. Or the fool's errand. Send them somewhere specific, like a club that's supposedly packed. Say you have passes waiting, they need to rush. Maybe give a slightly wrong address, gets them out the door.
Devious. Okay, New Year's Eve, no one to kiss at midnight. Survival tactics.
If you're in a group, always hold a partly full drink. Makes you look occupied, less like you're Desperately searching.
Oh, yeah.
Mistletoe avoidance. Map alternate routes around it. Carry a big gift as a shield, if caught underneath. Fake ignorance. Take a long sip. Sudden sneeze.
The fake sneeze, classic.
Last resort. Make up a superstition. Oh, mistletoe without berries. Bad luck to kiss under that.
Mistletoe mythology. Now for the fantastical.
Yeah.
Dating a vampire when you're a morning person. How?
Respect their nocturnal life. Let them sleep undisturbed during the day. Sunlight is bad news for them, right?
Usually.
Be quiet during the day, no vacuuming under their coffin. But some lore says vampires can visit dreams. Maybe you can connect virtually while they're awake. It's about accommodation.
Night shifts and dream dates. What about the really weird one? Love triangle with a werewolf and a vampire. Logistical nightmare.
Calendar management is absolutely critical.
Yeah.
Juggle dates based on cycles. Waning moon for the werewolf, less chance of transforming. Maybe full moon after feeding for the vampire or just after.
Complex scheduling.
They both live long lives,
Yeah.
probably, so no rush to decide. Be honest with both, maybe. Risky, most vital. Keep them apart. Different nights, different locations. Avoid supernatural showdowns.
Strategic separation is key. Okay, breaking up with the vampire. Special undead protocols.
Timing matters.
Yeah.
Avoid holidays, their birthday, maybe when they seem weak or hungry. When delivering the news, maybe avoid direct eye contact, that hypnotic gaze, you know.
Yeah.
Be brief, direct. Make it about your feelings, not their vampirism. Be firm. They probably won't change after centuries. Keep it about the relationship and skip the goodbye kiss.
Probably wise. Getting over them.
Guideline is grief lasts about half the relationship length. So if you dated for centuries, buckle up.
Ouch. Okay. Ethically gray area. Having an affair and not getting caught. The handbook covers this. We don't endorse this, folks.
It does outline strategies for secrecy, yeah. Convincing alibis, maybe involving friends in the know. Avoid sudden lifestyle changes. Shower immediately after rendezvous.
Yeah.
Use a separate burner phone. Only communicate there. Cash only for expenses. Separate cars to meetings. Choose out-of-the-way spots. It's a whole clandestine operation.
A manual for deception. What if you do get caught? Full-blown sex scandal. Damage control.
The advice is pragmatic. Public appearances with family, united front.
Yeah.
Respond fast. Apologize profusely if true. Deny vehemently if not. No more lies. Try to shift focus back to work. Maybe leave town on business. Last resort. Check into rehab for addiction. Garners sympathy. Explains behavior. It's all about managing perception.
Crisis PR for personal life. More private, but still awful. Kid walks in on you.
Handbook doesn't detail the immediate scramble, just the obvious. Stop, cover up, address the child calmly. Main advice is prevention. Closed door policy, reliable lock. Use it.
Lock the door. Fundamental. How to end a relationship decently, in general.
Act decisively once you're sure. Longer relationship, maybe a thoughtful letter first. Be kind. Acknowledge good times. State your decision simply. Focus on your feelings. Don't blame. Avoid long arguments, rehashing. Don't make false promises to soften the blow. And never ever say, I'll call you if you don't mean it. Clear, kind, final.
Good principles. What about stopping a wedding? Drastic, but when how?
You could try talking to the officiant privately beforehand. State objections. Object during the ceremony. Be ready to be asked to leave.
Right.
Feigning illness or a seizure right before vows is extreme, if the license is signed. Last resort is trying to prevent consummation in some places that legally finalizes it. These are desperate measures, obviously.
It's truly last ditch. The book lists worst breakup lines. Any gems?
It's a hall of shame. I love you like a sibling. The classic, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I can't be with someone more successful. We're just not meant to be. And the immortal, it's not you, it's me.
Cringe. Any awful texts?
Yep, forge it. TTYNL, talk to you never again, I guess. And the blunt URDMPT.
Ouch. Brutal. Signs are not quite over your ex.
Calling current dates by the ex's name. Rebounding with your old safety person. Finding excuses to call their roommate their mom.
Uh-oh.
Getting weepy when your song plays. Social media status still taken. And the classic, drunk dialing the ex. Tells you all you need to know.
Lingering attachment signals. Ultimate betrayal. Girlfriend cheats with your best friend. Specific advice.
Get undeniable proof first. Then the recommendation is swift and clean. End both relationships immediately. Girlfriend and friend. No long talks. No reconciliation attempts. Clean break.
Decisive. Quick spot check for cheaters. Observable signs.
Look for big, unexplained behavior shifts. Suddenly secretive with phone computer. Frequent, vague absences. Big changes in appearance or habits. More critical or distant with you. Potential flags, but not proof on their own.
Context matters. Awkward situation. Living with an ex until someone moves out. Survival tips.
Clear boundaries are crucial. Minimize unnecessary interaction. Divide chores, space. Absolutely no rekindling, no dating others in the shared space. Set a firm, realistic move-out date and stick to it.
Domestic détente. Being left at the altar. How to cope.
Practical first step. Honeymoon paid for. Consider going anyway. Give yourself time to grieve. Lean on friends, family. Eventually, focus on yourself. Small steps forward. Self-care, healing.
Finding a path forward. That regrettable ex's name tattoo. Creative sixes.
Handbook suggests one main thing. Incorporate the letters into a totally new word or design. Reclaim the ink. Give it new meaning. Skin-based recycling.
Upcycled ink. Okay. Challenge. Not drinking alone. Unusual ways to find company.
Clink your glass against the fish tank. Toast the fish. Refill the dog's water. Ask another round. Crash a bar mitzvah or wedding. Hit the 24-hour laundromat with wine. Offer a flask sip on the subway. Show up early for a salon appointment with cocktail supplies. Resourcefulness.
Unconventional socializing. The morning after. Hangovers. Remedies.
Hydrate. Water, diluted juice, sports drinks, orange tomato juice for potassium, multivitamin, B complex maybe, easy carbs, toast, rice, spoonful of honey, listen to cravings, rest.
Okay. Prevention.
Eat before while drinking, milk beforehand can slow absorption, pace yourself, water between drinks, maybe stick to clearer liquors, fewer congeners supposedly.
Good tips. Useless breakup advice to avoid saying.
Everything happens for a reason, if it's meant to be. Now you can focus on yourself. You'll find someone better to have loved and lost, you're better off. Time heals all wounds. Plenty of fish in the sea. Well-meaning maybe, but often dismissive cliches.
Platitudes to avoid. Personality types to steer clear of.
It highlights the narcissist maybe gives you mirrored sunglasses so they can check their reflection, and the playboy, too much cologne, dropping French phrases, maybe cagey about their real name. Archetypes to watch out for.
Red flag characters. Lighthearted rebellion. Dancing on a bar. How-to guide.
Choose venue carefully. Crowded, lively, tolerant staff. Mild buzz helps, not wasted. Friends nearby for support spotting.
Right.
Swing non-dominant leg up. Use friends for balance. Minimal footwork, mostly upper body. Sing lip sync enthusiastically. Smile. Bow at the end. Step down carefully. No stage dives. Mind your attire. Short skirts.
Okay, places not to do it.
Country clubs, funerals, bars with no other women. Happy hour with your boss. Context is everything.
Definitely context dependent. Post-breakup empty bed blues. How to make it feel less empty.
Add extra pillows, blankets, stuffed animals. Fill the space. Some suggest a body pillow, or even putting the TV where they used to sleep, creating physical fullness, maybe some comfort.
Makeshift cuddles. Online dating profiles making them alluring. Do's and don'ts.
Avoid pics where you're clearly on a date with someone else, even cropped. Old high school photos. Pics where you look way heavier. Drunken party shots. Baby pics. Unless it's a parenting profile. Mugshots.
Mugshots.
Apparently, it needed saying. Photos with tons of stuffed animals. Obvious Photoshop. Fake celebrity encounters. Wedding photos. Unless recent widow divorcee. Nude suggestive pics.
Okay, visual no-nos. Self-descriptions.
Don't imply you live in mom's basement or are desperate. Honesty, positive realism is best.
Got it. Does it decode photo meanings?
Briefly, like overly posed pics might suggest insecurity. Always in big group shots. Maybe implies discomfort being alone. Subtle messages.
Interesting. Nerve-wracking moment. Seeing your ex for the first time after breaking up. How to handle it.
Project calm confidence. Don't run, hide, look away. Spot them. Genuine smile, casual wave. Approach relaxed. Greet warmly, like an old acquaintance. Keep it standing. Ask specific but neutral questions. Avoid sensitive topics like their dating life. Keep it brief, positive.
Polite, detached, brief. Got it. Turning the apartment back into a bachelor pad. Essentials.
Doesn't give decor tips, but implies. Remove strong reminders of the ex. Reintroduce your stuff, your tastes. Reclaim the space.
Personalizing your space again. Eating out alone. Tips.
Simple advice. Just do it. Enjoy the quiet time. Enjoy the meal. Embrace it.
Straightforward. Okay, let's talk about addiction. Gym obsession. Treating it.
First, recognize it. Ask yourself. Gym over responsibilities. Withdrawal if you miss. Hiding time spent there. Designated equipment you must use. Pushing past healthy limits. Fear gym closures. Yes to several. Might be an issue.
Self-assessment, then what?
Acknowledge it. Confide in someone trusted, not from the gym. Gradually cut back workout time. Replace with other activities. Expect potential relapses. Forgive yourself. Seek support. Find balance.
Finding healthy balance. Practicality. Restocking the fridge post-breakup. Culinary tips.
No specific shopping list, but the idea is fill it with food you enjoy, that nourishes you. Maybe things you avoided before or things your ex didn't like. Reclaim your food freedom.
Food independence. Okay, sobering stats. Divorce rates by country. Any examples?
Mentions places like Sweden, U.S. have relatively high rates, maybe 50–55%. Places like Turkey, India report much lower, under 10%. Reflects complex cultural, legal, social factors.
Global variations. Finally, rebuilding confidence after a romantic setback. How?
Lots of ideas. Mirror affirmations, keep a written list of compliments, reread it, call mom for unconditional love, adopt a positive mantra, strut past a construction site.
Haha, really?
Hey, whatever works. List people who've crushed on you. Exercise, spicy food, endorphins, join a group, volunteer, new hobby, get glamorous professional photos even. Actively boost your self-esteem.
Proactive self-care. Okay, ultimate commitment. Tying the knot. Worst case fundraising.
Direct approach with family. Ask specific relatives for specific costs. Justify it. Hint at eloping if they refuse.
Old.
Offer grandparents perks for cash. Prime seats served first. Or get entrepreneurial. Sell incentive packages to investors. Percentage of gifts, naming rights to kids, dinner invites, first dance. Giving away the bride for cash.
Audacious fundraising. Winning over reluctant future in-laws.
You direct. Ask if you offended them. Use I feel statements. Persistent kindness. Get testimonials from mutual friends. Volunteer skills to help them. Find common interests.
Standard approaches. More. Strategic.
Accidentally leave a virtuous diary for them to find. Fake celebrity friendships they admire. Offer to pay for the wedding, their mortgage. Let them move in. Promise grandkids.
Wow, pulling out all the stops, surviving the bachelor party, essential skills beyond just being there.
Includes how to smoke a cigar properly. Clip the head. Toast the foot evenly with torch-long match. Draw smoke into mouth, not lungs. Puff gently till lit. Exhale. Flick ash at half-inch. Choose mild for beginners. Savor it.
Cigar connoisseur, survival skill, bridal shower challenges.
How to make a toilet paper wedding dress. Classic game.
Yeah.
Also, how to make a bow bouquet tape glue. All gift bows onto a paper plate for the bride to carry to rehearsal. Essential wedding party crafts.
Crafting emergencies averted. The big day. Wedding survival. Stain on the dress. Emergency fix.
Act fast. Carefully. Food. Scrape solids gently. Blot with clean white cloth. Club soda helps many fresh stains. Stubborn. Dab baby powder, chalk dust, baking powder to absorb grease. Never hot water sets stains. Cool water only.
Okay. Wet dress. Rain.
Never clothes dryer.
Yeah.
Air dry flight. Sugged. Remove. Air dry fully. Use steamer or hang in steamy bathroom for wrinkles. Hair dryer on cool, held away, circular motion, keep fabric taut. Cool iron with pressing cloth. Low setting. Last resort.
Emergency dress rescue. Broken heel.
Remove both shoes immediately.
Yeah.
Long dress. Pin up hem temporarily to avoid tripping. Safety first.
Footwear failure fixed. Ripped seam.
Remove garment as possible. Turn inside out. Align torn edges. Safety pins close to seam line. Hidden from outside. Quick, discreet fix.
Wardrobe malfunction managed. Groom forgot cufflinks.
Ribbon string. Thread through holes. Tie small knots outside. Other options. Paper clips, twist ties, rubber bands, key rings, earrings, cherry stems knotted, short shoelaces. Improvise.
Cufflink creativity. Best man forgot the cummerbund.
Folded starch napkin. White for white tie, dark for black tie. Pleat horizontally. Secure around waist with another rolled napkin tied pinned. Pleats up. Jacket hides the improvisation.
Napkin formal wear. Minimizing sweat stains.
Thin cotton undershirt. Tape tissues, paper towels, cocktail napkins, underarms. No colored paper. Chamois cloth pieces or panel liners work too. Damp. Blow dryer, hand dryer on cool, gently dry.
Staying cool under pressure. Panic attack at the altar.
Small paper bag to breathe into. Focus on objects nearby. Relaxation, visualization. Simple yoga poses if possible. Tree, child's corpse. Okay to laugh if nerves cause it. Sleep well, eat, hydrate beforehand. Last resort, elope.
Calming strategies. Maintaining composure. Crying jag coming.
Slow, deep breaths. Focus gaze on inanimate objects. Catalog details. Recall trivia old car models. Alphabet backwards. Distraction.
Mental gymnastics. Unexpected laughter during solemn moment.
Best to just laugh it off. Smile. Move on. Light joke might help. Embrace the human moment.
Shared levity. Protester disrupts.
Try speaking softly, calmly first. Reason with them. If not working, try turning guests against them subtly, more direct. Best man escorts them out calmly but firmly. If objection seems valid, discuss privately before proceeding. Marriage validity doesn't need guest approval.
Handling objections. Argument erupts between guests at reception.
Approach calmly. Speak low, measured tone. Explain it's inappropriate, ask them to compose themselves. Don't raise voice, don't take sides. Quiet authority.
De-escalation. Rings are missing.
Emergency ring. Gum wrapper, paper money folded into a band, tape, foreign currency for flair, candy wrappers, foil, paper, bank check strip. Symbolic gesture matters most.
Resourceful rings. Wedding night jitters.
Simple advice. Eat something. Couples often skip meals on the day. Hunger worsens nerves. Light snack helps.
Fuel for the future, honeymoon hopes. Dashed by disaster, severe sunburn.
Get out of sun. Expose skin to air. Drink lots of water. Cold compress. Ice and cloth 15 minutes at a time. Large area. Iced water-soaked sheet. Avoid harsh soap lotion initially.
Soothe and hydrate, migraine headache.
Quiet. Dark room. Lie still. Limit movement. Eat magnesium-rich foods, spinach, nuts, B2, oily fish. Stay hydrated.
Rest and nutrition. Acute tongue injury. Ouch.
Numbing agent ice cube to suck on. Avoid acidic, salty food. Keep tongue still. Athletic mouth guard, maybe, especially sleeping.
Protect and avoid irritants. Food poisoning. Awful souvenir.
Hydrate. Clear fluids, water, broth. Replenish electrolytes, dry salted crackers, plain rice. Avoid dairy, fatty foods until settled.
Simple gut recovery. Forget your anniversary. Relationship crisis.
Apologize creatively, profusely. Flowers, letters, special dinner. Take full responsibility, no excuses. Acknowledge partner's feelings. Promise to do better. Last resort phrase. I was wrong. Powerful.
Sincere amends. Snoring, disrupting bliss.
Encourage side stomach sleeping. Gently nudge pillow if they roll on the back. Exaggerated bed flop, maybe. Elbow nudge if needed. Earplugs or separate rooms might save sleep sanity. Avoid lots of alcohol before bed.
Quieter nights. Sleeping on the couch. Survival.
Handbook says it's often a practical, temporary fix for snoring. Prioritize rest, even if separate.
Practicality wins sometimes. Ultimate worst case. Delivering a baby in a taxi cab. Critical steps.
Stay calm. Time contractions, first timer. 3 to 5 minutes apart, 40-90 seconds long for an hour. Active labor likely. Gather clean towel shirt. Support head gently as it emerges, then body. Dry baby thoroughly. Keep warm, skin to skin best. Clear mouth gently with finger. Don't slap. They usually breathe on own. Tie cord shoelace inches from baby. Leave till help arrives. Feet first. Specific instructions in book support body. Don't pull. Keep baby warm, mom comfortable. Get to hospital ASAP.
Wow. Incredible detail for an extreme emergency. And the handbook even has full wedding survival checklists. Aisle walk, reception, covering rings, veil, emergency vows even, tranquilizers. It really tries to cover everything.
It really does. It tries to arm you for pretty much any curveball romance, dating, or marriage might throw.
So, while we really, really hope you never actually face some of these truly worst case things,
Right.
having a few of these, let's say, unconventional tricks up your sleeve, it might just save the day. Or at least save you from a super awkward moment.
It's a funny book, but honestly, it gives a surprisingly practical look at navigating the whole unpredictable landscape of dating, sex, relationships. It's a good reminder that sometimes thinking outside the box or outside the usual etiquette guide is actually the best way.
Yeah. So here's a thought to leave you with. We get so much advice on finding the one, right? But maybe the real skill, the unsung skill, is just gracefully handling all the not the ones and all the hilarious, messy stuff that happens along the way. What's the most unexpected dating challenge you ever faced? And what weird solution did you cook up? Might be worthy of its own chapter next time.